Thank you for the prayer, Pastor Ray. It's my privilege today to offer the Pledge of Allegiance. We have a special young lady with us, Miss Greer Sexton. She is 6 years old, and she is from Cumberland County, Tennessee. And her proud parents are Dr. Lacey Sexton and the Honorable Cameron Sexton, Speaker of the House of the Tennessee House of Representatives. Miss Greer, please honor us with the Pledge of Allegiance.
Please face the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you.
Fantastic job, Greer. We're very proud of you, and thank you for honoring us with your presence today. Just think, in the election of 2032, she'll be voting. So next, to give the national anthem today, we are privileged today to have with us Mr. Jimmy Wayne. Jimmy Wayne is a former foster child turned award-winning country recording artist whose songs and story highlight his mission to raise awareness for children in foster care. Jimmy's hits include Stay Gone, Paper Angels, and I Love You This Much, and Do You Believe Me Now? In 2010, Jimmy walked halfway across America from Nashville to Phoenix to raise awareness for kids aging out of the foster care system. While walking, he wrote the Christmas novel Paper Angels. In 2012, Jimmy lobbied to pass legislative bills extending the age of foster care from 18 to 21 in California and in Tennessee. In 2013, Jimmy's first film, Paper Angels, became an instant holiday classic. In 2014, he released Walk the Beautiful, The Power of Love and a Homeless Kid Who Found the Way, which became a 3-time New York Times bestseller, crossing the 170,000 sales milestone in early 2019 and became a #1 bestseller at Amazon. In 2016, Jimmy received the prestigious Points of Light Award for President George W. Bush, while simultaneously contributing to the extension of foster care service from ages 18 to 21 North Carolina, Ohio. Jimmy has shared his story, The Power of One, around the world as a keynote speaker and has performed on the Grand Ole Opry 224 times. He lives in Nashville and continues to work tirelessly on behalf of at-risk foster youth. And for more information on his awareness campaign, Project Meet Me Halfway, please visit www.projectmmh.org. Mr. Wayne.
Please stand. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave? Thank you.
Great job, Jimmy. In Tennessee, the electors for Donald J. Trump and Michael R. Pence received 1,852,475 votes, the highest vote totals of any candidate running for president and vice president in Tennessee.
Governor Lee will approach the well and begin the voting process. Governor Lee.
Good morning, electors. We are privileged, all of us, to be standing here in a historic moment in our nation. Historic not so much just because of what happens here today, but historic because of the fact that it has occurred even in this chamber and in chambers across this great country for generation after generation after generation. The greatest nation in the world, in part because of what happens right here, right today. The fact that we are a government of the people and that we elect our representatives as people, and that we in this country continue to move from one elected official to another, to another, to another over generations after generations is the very thing that sets us apart, makes us unique, and allows the freedoms that we all have to be protected because of the fact that we choose our elected officials, and today is part of that process. So I join with you in recognition of just how important this very moment is, and I congratulate you on being part of truly a historic moment. Speaker Sexton, thank you for the role that you play in this body and in this state. Secretary of State, what a exceptional job our state did in the process of elections this year. Mark Goins, your role in that was important. We're grateful in our state for those who have done all the hard work leading up to the moment that we all get to participate in today. So, and I am most honored and privileged of all to be in this spot to serve and to be in a historic spot to carry this out. At this time, the electors will cast their votes for president. Electoral tellers, please deliver to the electors the presidential ballot, and Coordinator Goins will tally and announce the votes.
Governor Lee, for President of the United States, the electors for the state of Tennessee cast 11 votes for Donald J. Trump.
At this time, the electors will cast the votes for Vice President. Electoral tellers, please deliver to the electors their ballots.
Governor Lee, for Vice President of the United States, the electors for the state of Tennessee have cast 11 votes for Michael R. Pence.
Let the record reflect that Donald J. Trump received 11 electoral votes for President of the United States of America, and Michael R. Pence received 11 electoral votes for Vice President of the United States of America.
Thank you, Governor Lee.
Thank you, sir.
Today, you in your capacity have cast votes for the President and Vice President of the United States. The votes you have cast will be documented in a document called the Certificate of Vote. You will sign several certificates of votes, and at this time, the electors will start to distribute the Certificate of Vote to you. Tellers, please have the electors sign the Certificate of Vote. The Certificate of Vote will be mailed to the U.S. Congress as well as others. On January 6, 2021, Congress will count Tennessee's electoral votes that you have cast today. They will use this document that you are signing to count those votes. Across the state, across the nation, 538 electors will take part in Electoral College today. It takes 270 electoral votes to become President of the United States. As you know, Tennessee has 11 electoral votes. Governor Lee, election tellers, will take the certificate, the signed certificate of vote, over to Governor Lee and Secretary Hargett for them to sign. This document will take some time to sign, as all 11 electors will have to sign multiple original documents. Governor Lee will now sign the certificates of vote, as well as Secretary Hargett. After they have signed the certificates of vote, they will be attached to the certificate of ascertainment, which certifies that you were the electors for the state of Tennessee. They would then be placed in an envelope. This envelope must be signed and sealed by the electors. So after they sign the certificates of vote, the tellers will attach the documents together, and then you will sign the envelope. There is a checklist on the envelope. As you sign the envelope, please check mark your name. So you'll be checking on the, check mark by your name and actually signing the envelope. It's very important that you do that. That is, if that envelope is not signed and the seal is not on there, it will not be accepted. Electors, at the conclusion of the Electoral College, if you will come approach the podium, if you approach the well, we would like to have a group shot of the electors documenting this historic occasion. At this time, tellers, please pair the documents and place them in the envelope.
Just a reminder, we do want to have a group picture with the electors, Governor Lee, myself, Mr. Goins, Chairman Golden, Justice Easter, and Speaker Sexton. We'd be honored if you would join us for that group picture as well at the conclusion of this ceremony. On behalf of the citizens of Tennessee, I'm pleased to announce the business of the Electoral College has been completed. Once again, I do thank you for your service. There's one other line I'm obligated to read, but I think it's appropriate. We have been through one of the most acrimonious elections that we have ever seen, and I hope it's the most acrimonious one we ever see, and we can not have to have another one like this. I would just encourage all of us. I spent this weekend on the phone with people who don't necessarily see the world the way I see it, who disagree with the way I've done some things. But I took the opportunity and called a few people, and they were surprised. And I'm better for those discussions. And what I would hope that we would all do, especially during this season, is grant a little grace and mercy to those around us, because you don't know what's going on with them. You don't know what's led them to the path that they're on. And I believe we all have a higher calling than as electors and as public servants. We need to bring civility back. We need to bring civil discourse back to this arena. And it has to start somewhere, and I don't see why it can't start with those of us in this room and those who are watching today. Tennessee needs our best. They need all of us, and we need to try and find more ways to work together instead of trying to find ways not to. And so thank you for indulging me for just a few moments to share that. With no other business to be conducted, I hereby declare the 2020 Tennessee Electoral College now adjourned. Thank you.